Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss statistics chapter and this is an introduction of it. Okay, so in the previous year we have already studied a few of things and even we start studying this from the 8th standard, but now let us have a quick revision of all those things. Okay, so these are the basic things that we need to know: data, organizing the data, range of observations or range of data, mean of the observation, median of the observation and mode of the observation. So let us consider these observations. Okay, so these observations are called as ungrouped data, and also we can call them as raw data as they are just jumbled and written. Okay, the next one is organizing a data. Organizing a data means it is arranging a data. It may be an ascending order or it may be a descending order. So next comes range. Okay, the range means what? It is going to take a difference between the highest observation and the lowest observation. So here the range is 23. The next comes mean. The mean is simply called as average. So the average means what? The sum of all the observations. That means when you add 25 to 24, all the observations, you get 150, and there are in total 10 observations. So you'll divide that by 10. That is sum of all the observations by number of observations. Here it is 150 is sum of all the observations and 10 is number of observations. So we will get the mean as 15. That means an average as 15. The next comes median. Okay, the median basically defines the value which is in the middle. But here you can see, as we have 10 observations here, we get 2 observations in the middle, that is 14 and 17. So what do we do? So these 14 and 17, we take an average of it. That means the 14, that is 5th term, and 17, that is 6th term. So we add 5th and 6th term, that is 14 and 17, we get 31, right? Then we divide it by 2. That means we take average of the middle 2 terms, that gives you 15.5. In case if there are odd number of observations, say for example there are 11 observations here, then the 6th observation is going to be the median. Okay, even if you have 9 observations, then the 5th observation is going to be the median. It is like that. Okay, only the calculation will be one step extra when there are even number of observations. That means here it is 10 observations are there. So let's move to the mode. Okay, so what is mode? The mode is simply defined as the most repeating observations in the data. Okay, here if you see closely, the 10 repeats 2 times. Okay, and there is no other number which repeats twice in this. Correct? So that means 10 is the mode. In case if there is one more number which repeats twice, we will write both the numbers as mode. So the basic definition of mode is what? It is the number which repeats maximum number of times. Okay, these all things are simple when it is an ungrouped data. So what happens when we have a grouped data? So let us see that. Let us consider all these observations. Okay, these all observations are together called as data, and each number is called as observations as we discussed in the previous slide. Okay, here you can see 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. Okay, these all are grouping of observations. That means we are grouping an observation 0 to 5. So if I say this is the group, what are the numbers I get here? See, these are the numbers which are available in this group. So 1, 3, 0 and 4. The maximum number here I have taken is 4. That means in the first group 0 to 5, I can take 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And 5 goes to next group. Why? Because you can see 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20. We call this as a continuous class intervals, or we can say this group is continuous. So the number what this group ends with, the same number this group starts. So that's why the bigger number, the last number is not considered. So that goes to the next group. That means if I am taking 5 to 10, 5 to 10 will have an observation 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10 goes to next observation. So 10 to 15 means 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And 15 goes to next observation. So it continues like that. Okay, so let us see what are the numbers we get in this. See, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 10 we haven't taken even though we have 10 here, correct? So the next group will be all these numbers. Here we have 10s, 11s, 12s, 14 and 13. So 14 is the bigger number here. and 15 is not taken in this group. So 15 goes to the next group. Now this is the last group. So here you can see, right? Okay, now you can see in the first group how many numbers we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? There are 11 numbers in this particular group. So we call that as frequency of the group. Okay, let us discuss that on the next slide. Okay, see, you can see here. Fine. Now you can see this is the table which we got from the previous slide. Okay, but previous slide 0 to 5 we wrote numbers, right? Here we have represented that as frequency. That means what? In the group 0 to 5 there are 11 numbers. Okay, and 5 to 10, second group, there are 8 numbers. 10 to 15 there are 12 numbers. 15 to 20 there are 9 numbers. And related to these tables, we need to know about these all terms. Okay, lower limit, upper limit, frequency, class size and class mark. Already we just now discussed about frequency. We'll discuss it again. The first one is lower limit. Okay, all these numbers what you are saying 0, 5, 10, 15 means the group which starts with, that is called as lower limit. Okay, together 0 to 5 is called as class interval. 0 to 5 is the first class interval, 5 to 10 is second class interval, 10 to 15 third, and 15 to 20 is the fourth class interval. Okay, in the class interval, the number which is in the beginning is called as lower limit. That means this is the least possible number what we take in this group. Okay, now you know regarding upper limit, you understood that 5, 10, 15, 20 is the upper limit. Correct? Yes, these numbers are called as upper limit, which all 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, then let us go to frequency. So these all numbers are frequencies because in 0 to 5, the first class interval, in the first group, we have 11 numbers. Second group, we have 8. 10 to 15, that is third group, we have 12. And 15 to 20, there are 9. That means here 11 observations, here 8 observations, here 12 observations, and here 9 observations. The next one is class size. The class size means what? It is the difference between the upper limit and the lower limit. So, see, what is that? It is also represented by H, and this is upper limit minus lower limit. So, you can see 5 minus 0, it is 5. 10 minus 5, it is 5. 15 minus 10, it is 5. 20 minus 15, it is 5. Okay, so here class intervals can be different, but basically we take those class intervals which are having the same class size. Okay, class size means what? The upper limit minus lower limit. You can take any class interval from this and you can subtract. Okay, let's go to the last basic concept, that is class mark. Class mark is nothing but it is what? An average. Okay, what is an average? It's an average of what? Class interval. So what do you mean by that? See, 0 plus 5 by 2. 5 plus 10 by 2. 10 plus 15 by 2. 15 plus 20 by 2. So that is class mark. It is also called as the mid value of class interval. Okay. So this is all about these basic concepts. Let us work on the first central tendency called as mean. Thank you.